afternoon. My name is Andy Gibbs. I'm from Edinburgh in the UK. I'm on the programme because the organisers of these seminars wanted to introduce a networking and community feel to the seminars. So we've been experimenting with some different approaches to have more of a networking feel. So we're trying two techniques in this seminar. One is open space and the other is the buddy system. Just a word about the buddy system. You are all divided into groups of different colours for your workshops: red, green, yellow, blue. And you all have nice wristbands of matching colours, just in case you have some memory problems and you don't know where you should be. But also, you'll notice that your name is matched directly against someone else's name on the list of participants. And one of the innovations we introduced in Warsaw was a buddy system. And the idea was that older members of the experts group would buddy with newer members of the expert group in order to help orientate them and bring them up to speed, make them feel welcome, make them feel at home. And in seminars since Warsaw, we've had some activities which have helped to smooth that along, and there'll be a buddying activity in one of the workshops, in the workshop on widening access. So we know that you will all get along together. This is just a way of trying to accelerate the process. So you can either wait to meet your buddy in the widening access workshop, or find them sometime during the day and say hello to them. Let me say something about open space method. The open space method is a way of organising conferences and seminars. And I know everyone in this room, as well as being a higher education expert, is also a conference expert. That this group of people goes to so many conferences that they should know by now how to work PowerPoints. I know that no one in this room believes that foreign travel is about a holiday, but it's often what our colleagues believe, and we really need to come away with tangible results, with ideas and motivation to make things different in our workplace, so that we can help justify our positions and justify to our colleagues where we've been. But we all know what conferences are like. I've been to many conferences where I've spoken to people and they say a number of things. One of the most frequent things is to say the best part of that conference was the coffee break and then the lunch break. Now, the open space method recognises this, and it recognises that people enjoy lunch breaks and they enjoy coffee breaks, not because they're not working, but because they're talking to people who they would like to talk to about things that they would like to talk about. So the coffee breaks, the lunch breaks are recognised as important occasions in conferences and seminars. The open space method, which is often used to organise a whole conference, I've organised a 3-day conference using this method, tries to make it like one long coffee and lunch break. And it really works. It's a big success. And why does it work? Well, when people organise conferences, it's a really big headache for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is that there is never enough time for the participants to talk about the things that they would really like to talk about. With the best will in the world, sessions overrun, different people ask questions, and there's no space for you to raise the points that are relevant to you and that you would like to ask. So, although we're knowledge sharing, often there's a huge proportion of people in this meeting who, for a number of reasons, find it difficult to participate fully in sharing that knowledge. The second thing that people say at conferences is, well, the speakers were good, and well, we have great speakers. I should look at them and say, we have great speakers, but with the best will in the world, speakers can't cover everything that is relevant and significant for the participants. And when I look at this list of participants, when I see the designations and the roles that everyone has in their own countries and across Europe, the real experts are in this room. This group of people should be the most knowledgeable, creative and thoughtful people about higher education reform. And so we should rely on you to learn from each other as much as we rely on experts. So it's great to have the experts here, but we're trying to make some space to recognise the expertise that's in the room. And we also need to make what we're talking about relevant. If you can't read this, it's people in a goldfish bowl saying we've got to be relevant to the outside world. And often things happen at seminars and conferences that you'd like to pick up on. There's a hot topic that you can't follow through and talk about. Are we all talking the same language when we're talking about widening access and participation? Perhaps it would be useful to stop, have a chat with other people about these definitions. So open space tries to be relevant. And open space tries to give everyone in the conference a role. And I'll try and explain how this happens. Tomorrow, we will have a 20-minute session or so where people will be invited to present, to make an offer to present topics, items for discussion, things that they'd like to share, things that they would like to discuss further, ideas they have that are relevant to the seminar. I'll give a tighter brief on the day. But the idea is that people should make, if they want to, spontaneous presentations or discussions. It doesn't have to be elaborate, it doesn't have to be high-tech, but it should be about what's on your mind, how you're going to give some meaning to the information you've heard at this seminar. And everyone is invited to participate. Everyone's allowed to make their own contribution. And the aim is, if you don't offer to make a contribution, surely you will find something that's relevant to you. And if you can't either make a contribution or find something that's relevant, then the question is, why are you here? And if you can answer that question, maybe you can make a contribution and discuss with us the purpose of being here. So in an open space method, open space conference, nobody can complain about being bored because there is something for everyone. Now, we don't have a whole conference, we just have one 90-minute session, but what will happen tomorrow is we'll gather the ideas, we'll schedule the discussions, groups, presentations, and then it's up to you which ones you attend. You can attend for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you like. It sounds like anarchy, but it will all make sense. Said, hopefully. And the aim of it making sense is so that we can move from this seminar with some solutions and not just a stack of papers this high with lots of information in them. We need to really engage with each other and learn from each other. This is great. What does it mean? How can I change things in my area of operation? So it needs to be solution focused. And it also gives an opportunity to be action orientated. There's an heck of a lot of resource put towards this seminar. And when we leave the seminar, I think we shouldn't just be leaving with information, we should be leaving with ideas, action points, and inspiration that we can all gain from each other. So, the open space method and the buddying system create space for you to engage in peer activity, to learn from each other, to get inspiration from each other, and to get what you need to act and make the changes that we were talking about this morning. So, let's not just think about it as a holiday. We get back to our workplaces, nothing changes. Let's try and engage in real networking, real dialogue, and then we can bring about real reform and real change.
Yes.
Yes. That's the buddy system. Maybe there's... Oh, this is some text. This is what you can do between now and then. Decide how you would like to participate. It may be something that you'd like to share, discuss, clarify, explore. It can be anything. Be prepared to announce it. Tomorrow I'll invite people to say, I would like to do this. And then we'll schedule it for you, we'll find a room, and we'll see if it works as a form of networking. Maybe I've got time for one or two questions.
Yes,
if there are any.
One or two. I invite questions to Andy on the open space method or its content. Yes. Else?
Okay, just something very practical. It says here on the programme, 1:30, join the open space group. So when do I actually announce what I would like to discuss so that you can schedule it?
As soon as you've arrived.
No, there's a session in the morning.
Okay, yes, I see it, 9:30.
So people have an opportunity to announce it then. So you can sleep on it. Mull the ideas over in your mind, else, and...
Anybody else wishing to ask a question on the organization or the content, the outcome of the open space? Okay, well, it's gratifying to know I've been so clear. Yeah. Or else you're so bewildered. Anyway, okay. There's something that is not placed on this slide, that is in order for us all to know what to preach when we come back home, we need a wrap up. So I'll ask the chair of the discussion group, of the open space discussion, to have a 5-7 minutes contribution to our panel, stating the worries, the recommendations, the postulates of the people who attended and took part in the session. Okay? Okay, see. So be diligent. Give Andy a lot of work towards a clear, wise summary. Yeah, see, you're already being heaped with responsibility. Right, thank you very much. And now, thank you.